Šis ir pieci.
Do you know what it means? The little soundtrack you just heard.
Oh, this is an old disco like cover of Science Supergroup.
Aha.
Yeah.
And it comes from France.
It comes from France, from the 90s. That was like one of the most original hip-hop band. Like, still remain a classic now.
I think it is a really great intro because you are my guest DJ from France. Your name is William, and I'm really honored.
All this.
Loads
Yeah,
of
man.
Yeah, and for all the listeners, I wanted to tell the conversation will be held in English language, of course. And we will talk about hip-hop in France, and I think we will have a really nice game later on in the end of our conversation. And if you will have any questions for me about Latvian rap, I think I will have to find the right answers for you.
Okay.
So yeah, what brings you to Latvia?
Yeah, man, I was working with choirs in France, like since 4 years. And last summer I was with a choir from Musa. Musa was the name of the choir. And they are from Riga. So I was managing them. I had a lot of fun, so I had to come to Riga, for sure. So I'm here since a week now. I have a lot of fun. Such a great city, great moments, great balsam. Yeah, man.
Just when we met, I saw you with this black plastic bag
Yeah.
with the Latvian Balsam logo.
Yeah, I had to buy them, really.
You have to find another bag for it because there are a lot of stereotypes for guys with the beards and a bag like that walking
Yeah,
around.
kind of homeless, right?
Kind of homeless.
Yeah, so I'll be the Latvian French homeless.
You met them already.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you like them?
Yeah, really nice. Really cool. Kind of stinky, but yeah, pretty cool.
But it's all about the soul, right?
Yeah, of course. Good soul, good memories.
Every time foreign people are asked about what they like in Latvia, they always have this one response. They like the choir music, food is great, and the beautiful girls. Do you like those things?
Yeah, I like those things, but really, I prefer like those people from choirs. And now I want to have an introduction to hip-hop in Latvia, because I don't know that stuff. So I'm like really glad to be here, and I can't wait to hear the live after that.
Yeah, you live in south of France,
Yeah,
right?
south of France for now. I'm originally from Brittany. It's in the west coast of France, but now since 2 years I'm living in Montpellier, which is like a really cool town, really sunny, really warm, and a lot of hip-hop heads here. Yeah.
Yeah. While our conversation goes along, we will listen to some of the songs. The first one will be from group NTM.
NTM, yeah.
Can you tell a bit story, first of all, how you end up in the hip-hop world, and then tell us, to the listeners, what does this group do and why they're so special that you brought this record for our show.
Okay. So hip-hop started in France like in the early 90s with bands such as NTM, which are from Paris. And like IAM also, IAM, they are from Marseille. So there was that competition between the north and the south back then. And NTM was like the first hardcore hip-hop group in France. They are originally like painters. They were like doing graffitis in the subways. They were like kind of vandals. And their name NTM stands for Nique ta mère, which means, I mean, have fun with your mother. I won't say like the real translation.
The really raw kind of fun, right?
Yeah, it's really raw, really. So they were like painting the walls of Paris with NTM, and they started to make hip hop because one of that guy in Paris asked them like, why don't you do some hip hop? I think you will not succeed at it. Like it was like kind of like a kind of joke. And they were like, yeah, you think we can do it? We'll do it. So they started to make some performance live, and the first album came, and that was like really a huge thing in France. They were like the first hardcore hip hop band in history of hip hop in France. They did like some song with Nas, the guy from New York, really famous.
Oh.
Yeah, Nas, DJ Premier and stuff.
If you know at least something about hip hop, you will
must.
end up somewhere around the Illmatic, because that's one of the biggest albums there is for hip hop music.
Definitely, yeah, it was really cool. And so they did that song, which is called Saint-Saint-Denis Style, which is really one of the main anthem of that part of Paris, which is called Saint-Saint-Denis. It's like the ghetto part of Paris. Before that song, it wasn't that famous. But then they came with that album, which is their last album called Supreme NTM, and that was like their most powerful album, in my opinion, really. And that song is really, really hardcore. There's those two guys, Cool Shen and Joey Star. So Cool Shen is more like water, Joey Star is fire. So there's that guy with the smooth voice, and the other one is called himself the Jaguar, because he got that really hardcore voice, and they are really, really great. Yeah.
Well, we were talking in office. You showed me the video clip for this song, and the Jaguar, is that the guy who sounds a bit like early Ja Rule?
Yeah,
that's the
like
one.
Ja Rule. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because the rawness is like, I heard them somewhere.
Yeah.
But in English. Okay, ladies and gents, Vakara Kvartālā klausītāji. A really hardcore hip-hop gang, old-school gang from France. And after that, we will talk with William and how things are going in his radio, right? Yeah. And then we are back from small musical pause, and this was really hardcore, old-school rap from...
How did you like it?
Yeah, no, of course, I don't understand the lyrics, but the beat and all this mood that those MCs were bringing, it sounded really, really great.
Yeah.
Like a real hip-hop from 90s.
Yeah, really, definitely. It came up in 1996, if I'm right, and the lyrics are more about like that part of Paris I was talking you about, like the 9-3, that was like the part of Paris, like the ghetto part of Paris.
Almost 20 years.
That was the anthem of that part of Paris.
Awesome. Anthems in hip-hop always are great because if they get the status of anthem,
and
it's
bring
forever.
people together, and still remain a classic today. Yeah, really cool.
How else?
Yeah.
Okay, what is Dusty Groove?
Dusty Groove is my radio show in Montpellier. We are doing it since 2 years now with some of my friends, Irvin and Matt. Big up, guys. And it's like we are changing topics every single week. Like we are like really into hip hop, but we are trying to find like a lot of dusty things. You know, that's the point of the program. So like our last show was about Flying Lotus. Like 2 weeks ago, it was about Japan. So we are trying to come from like the real old songs. Like for example, for Japan, we started to make like to find some old vinyls. Like the first song was created in 1944. And the last song of the show was in 2014.
And you went through all those ages,
all those years, to all those styles. So we are traveling like from funk music through pop music, then rock music, electro music, jazz stuff, and electro hip hop and stuff like that. Yeah. So,
yeah, and I believe if you like so many kinds of genres of music, definitely you will end up in one point in hip-hop, because the hip-hop, that's the universe of the hip-hop where you can explore all of these genres in one genre.
Yeah, with all the samples, like digging in the crates, like trying to find all the rare stuff. It's really interesting. That's why I love hip-hop, because it brings like all the genders together. You can find like bossa nova in hip-hop, like different kind of music such as like jazz, soul, like all the old Motown records, stacks and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, really. So that's the point of the program, trying to travel through history of music, all the gender.
It's always fun.
It's been 2 years now, and we are still doing it every week on Tuesday, every Tuesday like you.
Oh,
yeah.
You are missing your job right now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I have an excuse. I'm in Latvia.
I will be in radio, but in Latvia, okay, guys?
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be okay when you return to your homeland, and then
I hope they won't beat me or nothing like that. Mm-hmm.
You were in radio. Everything is like on paper. It's okay.
Fine.
Okay, how big is hip hop music, like real, like true rap in France? How big are those names and artists, and what are the main topics that artists speak there in their songs?
Okay, nowadays it's more about like popular hip hop music in France. It's more about like fancy clothes, like, you know, bitches.
Like the same routine.
It's more, yeah, I think like maybe like in Latvia, but it's like more club music that it's not like that underground. You have to dig deeper to find like good stuff. You have to go on YouTube and find like new artists, and there's like a new school, like new school hip hop that are going through those days, and it's really cool. There's artists such as Joke, which is from Montpellier, really great. And young people that are doing like good stuff, like a band which started to become famous like 2 or 3 years ago. It's called 1995, which is really is doing like boom bap music. That's how it's starting to become like a new thing, like hip hop starting to become new again.
There's one of the biggest names in our local scene named Ancis. In one interview he said that there is like a global renaissance of hip hop actually going on. So also here in Latvia we can see it back to the States and where it all began. And then
maybe people were tired of that boom bap stuff. Like there were too many it sounded like the 90s too much.
There is this thing that when some people, some group of people does something really great in music, everyone wants to copy it, and it goes on and on. Of course, there comes great artists, great music, but in one point, it's just so lousy and so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's good that we are living now in this renaissance.
Yeah, really. Like with artists such as like Tyler the Creator, Old Future. Like all those new stuff are like becoming very big. It's really cool.
And the old school gangbangers are coming back. Like for example, in December, Wu-Tang will drop their album, and then Mobb Deep recently showed another single.
Mobb Deep again.
Mobb Deep, yeah. It's called Biology, I think. That was the name. And then
Jurassic 5 is coming back again.
See, so many names and so many new names. For example, Joey Badass.
Joey Badass is great. Yeah, with Static Selecta, the last song was great with Joey Badass in what was the name already? Anyway, don't remember.
Yeah.
But that song was great.
Okay, let's go to another musical pause. It's so hard. It's so French now. Saiyan
Super Crew. Do you know Dragon Ball Z? That manga? That's how they call the name of the band, like this. Saiyan Super Crew. It's a crew of rappers from Paris also. They were dancers at first, and their first album called KRR is dedicated to the memory of a dancer who passed away before he released that album. So they were the guy who started with the beatbox on the first song. So they are the rappers who had democratized the beatbox thing in France, and they are really unique. Really, that album is such a classic. They got so many hits on it, and the song that I choose is not like the most popular, but it's telling the story of like those rappers that are coming to a show, and they are like some shitty stuff that are happening on their way, and they are all telling that story in that song. It's really funny. They got like that really unique sound. They can sing, they can dance, they can do beatbox, and the way they rap is really unique. It's a really
about
funny
the unity.
song. Yeah, it's about unity.
Awesome.
So the song name is J'ai pas de peau, that means like lack of luck or I'm unlucky.
No.
Yeah. So they are unlucky on their way, so let's see how unlucky they were.
Okay, Vakara Kvartāl's listeners, here you go. And for the last minutes, we will have a little talk about Latvian hip hop.
All right.
And then before you tell us your experience in the great world of Latvian hip hop, one of the best beatboxers in Latvia just said on Twitter that he's really happy about the music you picked, and his name is Guncha Beatbox,
Thank you, Guncha Beatbox. You got really good taste. Yeah, that's one. It was really cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy with actually a great taste. So it's nice things you picked. And yeah, the people on Twitter are really happy about this French thing that's going on here.
Yeah, thank you, Twitter.
Yeah, for
Paldies.
Paldies Twitterim. Yeah, and as we go on, have you heard any Latvian rap songs?
I heard Yanis.
Mazais Zaļais. Can you pronounce it already?
Say it again.
Mazais Zaļais.
Mazais Zaļais.
It's like Little Green. It's like his stage name.
Yeah, I heard that was the first hip hop artist that I heard actually, and that was really great. I really enjoyed it. Even if I don't understand any words, the way it sounds, it's really unique. It's really cool. Yeah, the rhymes and stuff. It's really original. So I really enjoyed it, and now I can't wait to hear the live. So let's see what happens
Yeah,
next.
and after about 20 minutes, 4 reizi, which means the 4 MCs will join me here in studio, and they will perform one unreleased composition from their rap books. So, and I think you will have a great experience to see it in live.
And I will bring it to France, because Latvian hip-hop is not so popular in France now. I mean, like, not popular at all, actually, because,
And I think
it's mainly like USA hip-hop, like UK hip-hop, stuff like that, but nothing else.
But I think if you will show the best songs you will find from Latvian hip hop, I believe I will help. Mazais Zaļais will help you. I think the people will get the same feeling I get it about French hip hop. I don't understand the lyrics, but I love the beat, and I felt the guy was true to himself, and he wasn't talking all kinds of bullshit. So I think people in France will love it.
Of course. Yeah.
And then I understand you already spoke with our producer Les Fuck.
Yep.
And there will be some collaboration between you two in your radio. You will.
Yeah, I will pass some of his production, of course. And he seems to be like a true hip hop head, like really inspired by Jay Lila and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely we will have some collaboration.
So the first experience with Latvian hip hop scene as it is great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, really unique.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. People from France love it.
I love it, really. And I will bring it to France, make it more popular.
And of course, we will talk after that. I will really want to hear the response from some people you will show it. I think it would be interesting.
Yeah, we will have that international hip-hop podcast soon, so we will put a lot of songs from Latvia. And we will, I will tell you what people thought about it. Definitely.
And I hope one day I will be in France, in your city, near to your radio.
You're more than welcome.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, let's do it. Next week?
Next week.
Oh, come on. Come on.
But I will be on radio.
All right. Yeah, you can give us a call.
Yeah, we can call, we can Skype, we can do all of these things.
Yeah.
But now, I think it's gonna be really fun. I will put on a really great Latvian rap song from performer Eliots and featuring Ansis. The song of the name is called Pilsētas meitene.
Pilsētas meitene?
Pilsētas meitene.
Pilsētas meitene.
It seems about right. It's good pronunciation, and you will listen to it. And after it ends, you will try to guess what is the story behind that song.
Oh.
Of course, I will try to give you some hints.
Okay.
And then we'll see how it goes. The song got really popular in summer.
Okay.
It gathered a lot of hits on YouTube, on SoundCloud, I think also. And then there was a really great picture draw by one awesome artist. And this is a really great song. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. And we will be back after short pause. Eliots, Ansis, Pilsētas meitene, for William from France.
Let's do it.
Well, do you have any ideas as is, out of a blue?
I will say maybe it's a song about food, drink.
There is a food involved, drinks also involved.
Yeah, I heard champagne, cocoa.
Cocoa?
Yeah, some stuff like that. Not that kind of cocoa, no.
The cheerleaders. Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, really. The instrumental is great, and I don't know who produced that sound, but there is
a
like
guy named Tablis, also a local dude.
Okay, so I guess he had used there is like that reggae drum at one moment, and I know where it's from. It's from Dr. Alimentado, a song called Ride On. It's like a real roots reggae, really good album, and that was like the favorite reggae album of that guy from the Sex Pistols.
The guy knows his music.
Yeah. So maybe that producer will disagree, but I think it's really that drum.
And the MC flow, did you like it?
Really good. Really good. Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the guessing what the story is. So food, drinks,
yeah.
Right? Okay. Did you catch some familiar words in Hook?
Nope.
No. Okay, I will quote you. There was this line in Latvian. It's like rakstu dziesmas uz pavadzīmes kabīnē, kamēr to ar kādu vakariņo Parīzē.
Paris?
Yeah, and in English it would be like something like that. I'm writing songs on invoice sheets in a truck while you're having dinner with someone in Paris.
So that was about food somehow.
Somehow, yeah, it's no, food is the most popular thing in Latvia. But
Maybe because I'm hungry, something like that.
okay, okay. The topic was there is also a girl involved. Okay, girl, food. Trucks, champagne, girl. Oh, it's like really Latvian story.
Trucks, champagne, girls, politics.
Yeah, you can say it. You know, okay, Pilsētas meitene, it means the city girl,
Okay.
the name of the song. And it's Eliots is one of the most hilarious and technical rappers in Latvia, and the song is about the story like a country guy meets a girl from a city, and she's like glitz and glamour, everything else, but he's like from real deep countryside. He knows like great places in forest, he knows like real countryside food, rivers, all that nature stuff. But
Like an impossible relationship.
yeah, and that's the story how they meet, but it just doesn't go so well. And then it was really funny, and oof.
And at the end, what happened?
After that,
Do they get laid back?
maybe there will be a second part when they are like together, but who knows?
I hope.
Everyone hopes. So that's that. Thank you very much for
welcome,
joining
man.
me from France. William, what is the right way to pronounce your family name?
Riou.
Riou.
Like Ryu Ken in Street Fighter.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. The last song you picked and brought to me today is
From Doc Gineco.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doc Gineco was like really, really popular back then. He did like his first album was a classic, and his label was like very happy to have him, so he bring him to Los Angeles. So he record this album with real musicians. So the sound is very like groovy. The instrumental is really great, and there's a funny story about that guy. He met, you know, the guy who got the same voice as Ja Rule.
The Jaguar.
The Jaguar
Yeah.
that we heard in the first song. He was like that guy. Doc Gineco was in a restaurant and he yelled at the Jaguar because he was in the same restaurant, and he said to him, "Hey Jaguar, I will nick ta mère," which you remember what does it mean?
Yeah, having
we'll
fun
have
with
fun with your
mom.
mother. So the Jaguar went on him and beat him. Yeah, so they were enemy after that. But still, the music is great. The flow is very, very cool. It's really humoristic, and guess what the lyrics are about? Maybe you will tell after it.
Okay.
Tough question.
Tough question. Okay. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome, man.
And then this is your main task now. Can you say Vakara Kvartāls?
Vakara Vakars.
Okay.
So I say a big thank you to the radio, thank to you, to all the hip hop heads here. I will say like one big thank to my girl Mary, to my friends in France, Montpellier, Irvine, Goul, Matou, and to all those that I forgot. I'm so sorry, but let's see you in France.
In heart.
Thank to you, Martins, really.
And next time we will meet
In Montpellier.
in your radio station,
man.
and we will talk only about Latvian hip hop, and I will brought some exclusive records just for you.
See you next time, man.
Have a nice time.
Paldies!
Lūdzu. Čau, čau.
Ciao.
Tu klausies 5 LV.